Christine Albert, Ashleigh Weber. That's the matchup for our second preliminary here on week 2 of the Canadian Women's 10-Pin Championship. And Albert and Weber both with the spares up. And it just, I don't know whether it almost seems like slow motion with Christine from Caraquet, New Brunswick.
Well, the difference is that she has very little, if any, at times, backswing. And it's the manner in which she holds the ball, and as she brings it back, she must be tremendously strong, because she's carrying a 13-pound bowling ball there. But you see there's no backswing whatsoever.
And she'll have the open, leaving the 7.
She must be tremendously accurate in order to carry the average that she does, 198, because she doesn't give herself the extension, and the backswing gives you just a little bit more chance to deflect more pins. As you see here, there she goes right over top of her head, and you'll see a better splash and explosion down at the other end. 2 totally different styles. Watch this as she goes right back here and then turns it and comes straight over the top. The results puts her over the top, gives her the lead.
Ashleigh Weber from Dauphin, Manitoba. Dauphin is in the central part of the province. If you go from Brandon due north, about a couple of hours, you'll hit Dauphin.
Lots of curlers in that area.
You betcha. Ashleigh is a waitress at Smitty's.
Good company to work for. They put up some tremendous food. Must have been interesting when you were overseas a while back to Beijing to see all the different restaurants.
Yeah, very much North American now. I mean, you can get anything you like of a fast food variety. They're very much into that, as Ashleigh Weber has the lead with a spare up as we go to the 4th, and Christine Albert trying to come back off the open. Interestingly enough, you know, as she gets the strike here, actually crossed over a little bit. Christine made her first appearance in the championship in 2005. She holds the record for the highest score in the championship. She bowled a 254 as she went on to get all the way to the final 4, to the semifinals, before losing.
Watch as she sets up. She gets the ball up almost shoulder height, brings it back, and then she stops, literally stops the ball, and she's so consistent. I've always said that you can do everything wrong in a game, and as long as you do it the same over and over and over again, then you get away with it. It's just amazing to me that she can carry the ball the way she does, and she got a nice strike on the last one, broke up everything on this. Has a single pin to shoot at now.
Caraquet, New Brunswick, is in the northeast part of New Brunswick on the Baie de Chaleur. It's about a 3-hour drive north of Moncton.
Accuracy comes into play real fine on that shot. 198 average for her. There she is. She's given an example. Scoreboards tells the story, however, 49-33. This lady has a more conventional style. She held the ball there properly, and again, the 10-pin.
So let's have a look at the 2 deliveries here. More conventional from Weber on the left compared to Albert on the right.
Beautiful split screen. You see there, she on the left, she just goes through right over the top. Both of them end up about the same height, strangely enough, when they release the ball. That's a great shot. Nicely done, camera folks. Not only have the bowlers improved as they watch and you listen, and I'm sure the curlers do the same thing, but the technology and the capabilities of the crew is just phenomenal. Boy, and they adapt. Give us some scary shots sometimes. This is scary.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly there for Ashleigh. The other thing too is, and I'll use the curling comparison, is that we've noticed over a period of time, as new bowlers or new curlers come on the scene, They've grown up with the game on TV. They've watched it. They've seen the better bowlers. They've learned from the bowlers. They've learned from the curlers. And I'm wondering if, in fact, this is applied here as well. But if you watch enough, you hear yourself talk, or you hear with Bill talking in with regard to 5-pin, you learn something.
Well, we hope so, because, you know, it's easy. You can critique a person to death. But the reality is, what we try to do is give examples. Bill does the same thing. Give examples of what will make, hopefully, people a little bit more of a better, more consistent bowler, and give them one, if they get one little hint out of it, they can improve their game. And we've seen the bowlers that have come along in the shows where they've done it. Now, there's a ball that you don't see very often, I can assure you. Don't adjust.
It looks like an old American Basketball Association ball.
Well, it works at the other end. That's what counts. Do not adjust your set, because that is the real bowling ball. There it is. Now, again, she stops the ball, but the revolutions are there. You know, you can get bowling balls. I mean, it's ridiculous what people, they can put skulls in it.
Oh, yeah.
Put, you know, every kind of thing in there. The knee bend was better, but a difficult spare.
Oof, oof.
Has to go for the head pin. People get a little confused when they're looking at this kind of a shot, because they're trying to get the first pin, and it turns out the real important one is the one on the right hand side, the 10 pin. 9 count, what she ends up with. We'll watch again here as we show the score. 96 in the 7th for Christine, 94 for Ashleigh. There she goes, right over top of the head, gets the splash.
Oh boy, leaves the 2 of all pins.
You don't see that very often, particularly the way her ball hit on the right hand side. There, you'll see it now. There it goes, just right around it. You know, the little hints that we try to give people are just, as you go for your spares, whatever you're shooting at, aim your toes at the closest pin to you, because that will keep your shoulder square with the target. If you try that, it just might work. Trying this, putting the ball right into the pocket, certainly worked for her.
So that's really nice for Ashleigh when you consider she had the open in 6, comes back with a spare in 7, follows it up now with a strike in the 8th, and that'll put some pressure on Christine Albert as she gets up here in the 8th frame.
Christine's ball almost does a backup, but in the sense that she got the pin down there and got away with it, she's got a single pin. It doesn't give her what she needed. She needs to get the strikes going, because the maximum, if she continues at this pace, she'll get is 176.
Christine, who is a waitress at the Salon de Kiel au Tresson Bowling Center 300 in Caraquet.
Are you really bilingual?
No.
You work at it?
No, I don't. That's her husband Eric is here, her mom is here, and we welcome them to Calgary.
Watch as she going now with a full rack of pins up here. See what happens. Her difficulty.
Oh goodness, they got them from the Brooklyn side.
Her difficulty is the lack of speed, and you know, the fact that when she's up here now, she gets away with it on this shot here, because look at the ball turning there. Like I said, the ball will skid and then it'll roll and then it'll start to hook. When it hooked, it gave her a real good shot. This is more direct and
great.
Good results.
Great result for Ashleigh Weber. Back to back. You can see now she has Ashleigh has a 204 potential to Christine Albert's 176. at the right time, huh?
Well, you have said it before. Timing is everything. She picked the right time there because she has a potential now. If she gets another double here going out, she could have a 2:04. Here's the match well in control.
Close her out here. Little full. And that'll do it. That's enough to give her a 193 potential. The best that Christine can do is 176. And so Ashleigh Weber from Dauphin, Manitoba will advance.
Nice finish. Pretty solid game all the way through. Christine finishing up here now has a potential 176, has a strike up, which was nice to see. Winner of New Brunswick. 1,500 prior television appearance. 198 average. That's pretty good, actually. Just amazing. Has coached for 10 years. Here comes the basketball type bowling.
You betcha. So the spare with a potential now of 156, which is well below her league average of 198, while Ashleigh's 193 is above her 175 at the Parkway Lanes in Dauphin. Good finish for Christine Albert. The strike gives her a 156, but it will be Ashleigh Weber. A 193, and look at that. You see, we talk about the open frame. It's how you bounce back. What a bounce back for Ashleigh Weber.